several of those inside low kicks.
What's up everybody, I'm Destroyers. Welcome to the channel and welcome to the video. Today's video, we're first going to go over some PvP tips and tricks to kind of help new players out. And then I'm going to go over some best ways to solo play. Also again for new players just to kind of help you out. So I hope you enjoy the video, and without further ado, let's get right into it. Alrighty. Rule number 1 in PvP is always watch your stamina. Your stamina is incredibly important. You need it to run your abilities. You also need it if you want to move more than about a snail's pace. So definitely watch your stamina. This Packy right here that me and one other teammate are fighting here definitely does not watch its stamina very well. And you're going to see here very shortly what happens. Even though this Packy is a lot faster and more maneuverable than the both of us, we are managing stamina and it's not. And no matter how fast or maneuverable your character might be, if you do not manage your stamina, you can run out, which will most definitely mean the death of you for sure. Right here, yeah. It completely runs out of stamina. Alrighty, there you go. That's what can easily happen to you if you run out of stamina. And which brings me to point number 2, which would be strategy. You need to use strategy against some opponents. Even opponents that aren't full grown, as you'll see here, even an opponent that's not full grown can cause quite a bit of damage to you and can kill you and is a threat to you. So do remember that when you're hunting. Remember, always stay behind your target, especially if they are stronger than you and tankier than you. Like this Iggy is quite a bit tankier than my Metri. So what you kind of have to do is use your tail and your claws and just kind of evolve, and don't go head in or head on with them all the time, or you're going to get that front jab or whatever attack and ability that your opponent may have. It's generally a bad idea to go toe to toe with them. As you can see here, I've gotten less than half HP in this fight. But then when it backs into a wall here, the best thing you can do is this right here, is slap them with your tail and just use strategy. Use the environment basically to your advantage, the same way that they're doing. Try to counter-react it. If they back up into a corner, tail slap them. Alrighty, and that should bring us to our third point here in PvP, which would be timing. Knowing when to attack, when not to attack. You know what I mean? If you see a bunch of people that you're pretty sure are together, if you attack one of them, they're all going to attack you. So that's not the best. It's not the best time to do it. You know, if you're, especially again, if you're a solo player, the best time is to try to get into as many 1v1s as you can when you're hunting. You don't want to, you don't always want to be dealing with multiple targets. No one likes to get, ganged up on. So definitely take notice to the other players around, kind of just, sometimes it's pretty easy to tell when they're all in the same party and kind of hanging out together by the way they're acting. So always pay attention to that. And know what battles you can and can't win. But again, as you'll see in this fight right here, there's a point to this clip here. Timing is everything. Just because your opponent can fly or, again, is more maneuverable than you are, does not mean that you can't kill them. If a perfectly timed bite can end the fight right quick. Alrighty, and that brings us to the next point in PvP. Size does not always matter in PvP. Sometimes your age does, but as far as size goes, if say an adult Meg attacks an adult Spino, that Meg can actually kill the Spino if it does not know how to counteract the Meg or how to counteract whatever's attacking it. So if you grow an Apex, keep that in mind. If you don't know how to use your Apex very well, you could easily die, even by something that's quite a bit smaller and weaker than you, that does not have as much health or stamina. As you're going to see right here, I didn't get the whole fight captured on camera, but I got the most important part, the last bit of it here. The Spino is actually searching for me. I kind of hid for a minute for him to gain stamina. But yeah, as you'll see here, it just does not know how to counter-react me, and I'm going to easily kill it here. So again, this opponent's about 4 times my size. So again, size does not matter. You need to have skill, or that big Apex don't even matter. Alrighty, and this brings me to my last point that should help you out very much in PvP, and that's precision. Making sure your hits land while theirs are missing. Especially if your opponent's landing a lot of charge bites that they're probably not going to land, or bone breaks, or sometimes it's like in this particular situation, it's landed a bone break on me, but it used stamina to try to land another one, and I was able to dodge it, and I am landing more hits than this thing is, and I win the fight as a direct result of it, and so will you. If you can learn to make sure your hits count for something while theirs are missing, that will most definitely help you win most fights, especially when playing solo, which we'll get into next, right after this. See, literally everything this thing is trying to hit me with, it's missing. Of course, I'm missing a few myself as well, but I'm landing a few more than this one, and then the final blow is right here. Always use good precision. Alrighty, and this brings us to the solo play guide portion of it. Solo gameplay can actually be fairly simple. You just have to remember a few simple things I'm about ready to tell you. Number one is you want to stay away from the center of the map. That's usually where KOSers and just people that like to engage in a lot of combat, that's where they'll be hanging out. You want to hang out on the outskirts. I would definitely learn both maps, Panjur or Gondola, no matter which one you like to play, or if you like to play both like me. Learn where the most players are going to be and where the groups are going to be, and avoid those areas. That's definitely rule number one. Definitely rule number two is don't walk up to a bunch of carnivores or a bunch of herbivores. If you see a big group in an area, especially kind of an excluded area or whatever, don't walk up to them. You're probably going to get killed. If you avoid doing things like this, a lot of times you'll just get into 1v1s, whether you're hunting or questing or whatever. You won't be running into a bunch of people. You'll just be dealing with one dino, which will definitely work out in your favor. And that's basically how you solo play. You just want to quest in good areas, get a good questing route, stay away from the center of the map, stay away from group quests like water quests and flowers for the hive, and you will be able to play this game solo. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.